Hello Pixie Doll, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, aka the Wholesome Witch, and welcome to another Coffee Coven Chat. First, if you notice, I'm wearing the same thing as my last Coffee Coven Chat because at the moment I am getting ready to go to Canada for a trip to visit my family, and I'm doing double work. So I'm trying to pre-film my videos, and I'm trying to film quite a few videos before I go, and I could not be bothered to change my shirt every single time. So alas, that's why I'm wearing the same thing as last week. Anyway, today in this video we are going to chat a bit about a little summer glow up in your 40s. So I just had a birthday. I've mentioned it a few times now on my Coffee Coven Chats. I turned 42. And I thought this summer would be a really great moment to just have a little glow up. Go a little bit more all in on my wellness rituals, on my self-care, on my spiritual growth. And I do a lot each day already that, makes me feel good. I take my wellness pretty seriously, but I kind of just want to level up things I'm already doing and add in a few other things as well. So if you are in your 30s, in your 40s, or feeling like you want a little summer glow up, I'm going to go through 10 things in this chat that I'm going to be doing over the summer months that is going to just hopefully, the idea, level up my health and wellness, my fitness, my spiritual side, my intuition, all these things. I really just kind of want to make this a summer of self-care and self-love. And if maybe this summer you want to do something similar, grab your favorite beverage, take a seat with me, and let's talk about the 10 things I'm going to do and that I hope you might join me for over these next 3 months, June, July, and August, to show up in the fall, the best season in my opinion, feeling amazing, feeling magical, feeling powerful, and just feeling our absolute best. So let's get into it. So I mentioned I already do quite a few things in my regular day-to-day that is, oh my goodness, it scared me. Yes, so I really want to just go all in on these things a little bit more, take them even a little bit more seriously, and just come out of this season feeling amazing. A lot of change can happen in 3 months. So what are these things that I'm going to be doing? Number 1, I want to be more consistent with my morning and evening routines. I have morning and evening routines, and my morning one is pretty good. It's pretty down. I tick all the boxes most days. My evening one is a little bit more shaky. I'd probably say at this moment I'm about 50% in. I do it about half the time. So I really want to make those things more consistent. And for you, if you haven't started an evening routine or a morning routine, maybe it's something you might want to focus on over the summer to try and have them really kind of settled in, locked in for fall, and you'll be already into a really good groove. Morning and evening routines are so important, and they've really been a game changer for me, just with my days in general, my moods, the sleep that I get, how productive I am. Definitely a game changer. A lot of people talk about these routines morning more than evening, but both are equally important in my opinion. So yeah, I would say lean in, try and craft something for yourself, even if it's short. It doesn't have to be hours long, 4-hour long morning routine or evening routine. Just something that works for you. Highly recommend. And I'm going through these 10 things, and I would, like I said, I would love for you to join me on this little midlife glow up that I want to get into over the summer. You don't have to want to do all 10 of these things. You can make your own list of things, but use this one for inspiration. Speaking of nighttime routines, brings me to my second glow up goal, which is to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep consistently every single night. Now, when I do my evening routine, I'm much better. I've been much better this year at getting 7 hours. All of last year, and probably the one before, I was getting between 6 and 7, but always in the 6 range. I could hardly hit 7. So I'm doing better at getting 7, but like I said, it's inconsistent. So we're going to try to bring in some more tools, some more spiritual practices that I do right before bed so that I get a better sleep. My deep sleep, according to my trusty Fitbit, is pretty low. I'm a light sleeper. And if I'm in bed for 8 hours, which I've been doing really good at being in bed for 8 hours, I consistently lose an entire hour because I'm not actually asleep. I want to try and make that a little bit less because it's sad to be in bed for 8 hours and only sleep for 6:45. As we get older, our sleep is so important. And I know the difference in how I feel. If I actually do hit the 7 hours, it's a whole new day. It's always a whole new day, but it's really a whole new day when I hit 7 hours. So if you, like me, are someone who struggles to get in that 7 to 8 hours, even if you are in bed for 8 hours, I would encourage you to maybe add that to your summer goals list. Most importantly, I would say, if you do want to add this, is to try and get a consistent sleep schedule. So make it the same every day. It's really important for our own rhythm in our body to have that consistency and not be having this 2 to 3 hour window or more that you fall asleep every night and get up every day. The consistency is going to make your sleep much better. You're going to feel much better. I've definitely noticed a difference since I've been having the same bedtime every night. 9:30 to 5:15, 5:30. That is my sleep schedule right now. And I am really loving it. It is going to bed early, which can be difficult as someone who historically stayed up much later than that, but it's really working for me right now. I just got to work on making that sleep. I got to work on actually being asleep for that 8 hours. That's what I got to do. So think about your own sleep goal for this summer and leave a comment. Let me know if that's going to be one of yours, because it is super important. And like I said, if you are in your 40s like me, and it's just more and more important as we get older. Oh, adorable little bird outside my window. Okay, on to number 3. I am going to lean even more into whole foods and really getting as much nutrition out of my diet as I can. So I'm pretty good. I'm quite good actually with my eating. I eat mostly whole foods, but you know, I do enjoy my cookies. I do enjoy chocolate is a big downfall. I enjoy something sweet after lunch. I will eat processed foods sometimes, you know, and I think I'm going to try to eat them even less, and I'm going to try and bring my sugar intake down even more, except fruits, because fruits don't count. But you know, extra sugars, because the better we eat, the better we feel. This is a scientific fact. We all need to be taking our diets more seriously. Again, since this is focusing on my 40-year-old, 42-year-old glow up, I'm going to come back to that a lot, especially as we get older. What we put into our body is so important. I mean, it always is, but it's really something we need to take more seriously as we get older and we're getting towards menopause, and our insulin resistance is changing, and so much is changing in our 40s as we, you know, move into another phase and stage of our lives. We've got to feed ourselves well. We want to feed ourselves the best possible nutrition. So even though it's something that I already take seriously, we're going to go in. We're going to really try and get the most out of every single meal and snack we have. I would encourage you to also go in on your diet this summer. Like, if you're someone who tends to eat a lot of processed foods or grab the sugary snacks when you're hungry in the afternoon, I feel you. If you're someone who kind of does those things, maybe we try and roll it back a little bit. Maybe we try and incorporate more whole foods, because guys, it's summer. It is the best season for whole foods. If you have farmers markets close to you, visit them, take advantage of them. They're filled with beautiful, colorful bounties of produce in the summer months. We all need to be taking advantage of this, even if you don't have farmers markets. A lot of foods are in season in the summer. So go to your grocery store, your food shop that's close by, and buy the rainbow, eat the rainbow. You know it's healthy. We all know this. This is not a secret. So see how colorful you can make your plate this summer. That's a good goal to have. A good goal to have for the summer months. Salads in the summer. Oh, salads, smoothies. So nutrient dense, so delicious. I do have some food kitchen witch recipes on my blog. I'll link the blog down below if you want to get some inspiration. we're going to feed ourselves the best that we possibly can over these next 3 months and beyond, because it doesn't end after summer, of course. Hopefully, if we make some of these new habits in the summer and really get consistent with them, they're going to stick with us as we move forward into 2025 and beyond. Number 4, I am already someone who goes to the gym 5-6 days a week, but I'm really going to go all in on my workouts. I am someone who, I have to start my day with a workout. I do it in the morning. It's like first up, it gets that time. It sets me up for a really good day. However, I am someone who gets comfy. I get real comfy. So I'll do the same thing all the time. I maybe won't push myself as hard with my weight training as I know that I could. I might be a little too relaxed on my, cardio session, where I'm like, I probably could have broken a little bit more of a sweat than I did, but I've got my podcast on or my music or whatever, and I'm just kind of chilling, having a good time while I'm doing my cardio. That happens some days. So I really want to refocus my workouts and set some intentional new goals for myself over the summer. Full disclosure, I'm at a healthy weight, so I know this. But full disclosure, I did gain 30 pounds when I was going through my cancer treatments, and I have lost some of them. I have not lost all of them, and it kind of bugs me. It bugs me because I feel like my body was just taken away from me. It wasn't because I was out having fun, eating good meals, living my best life on vacation, you know what I mean? Because, we like to do that on vacation. We don't always eat the best. It was because I was sick. And some people, when they're sick, lose weight. Not this girl. This girl doesn't. I could only eat certain things. I was not feeling well. I went from dancing multiple hours a day to maybe getting out for a walk if I felt like I had the energy to do it. So my activity level went way down, plus all the medications. A lot of factors went into this. So I gained around 30 pounds. And I would like to just get my body a little bit back to what it was before I was sick. I think this is a reasonable goal. I love my body. Like I said, I know I'm at a healthy weight and it's fine, but I would like to be a little bit more fit, a little bit more toned, and I already go to the gym so much. So there's really no reason why I can't accomplish this. So yeah, I think also being more active over the summer, we've got the long days, we've got nature just being so alive outside our door, and it's really inspiring to get moving, do things. If you're someone who doesn't have consistent exercise, maybe start something this summer. Something that you enjoy though, because don't say you're gonna go for a run every day in the morning at 6 a.m. when you hate running and you don't like getting up early because you're not gonna do it, and then you're just gonna feel like you failed yourself, and that's no fun at all. So try and choose something you love, choose something that inspires you, choose something you're excited to do. I personally do really love going to the gym and lifting weights, and it's something that I do. It's my main form of exercise. I also like to do bar classes, which I used to do in person, but where I live now doesn't have any, which is sad. So I do them at home sometimes, just like videos. So think about it. Choose something that gets you excited, but I encourage you to move your body this summer, every single day. Because the benefits, I don't need to go through the benefits, that's not what this video is about, but we all know the benefits are endless. They're endless, and it just makes us a happier person. Full stop. Number 5, on the vein of moving our bodies, I am going to get outside for a walk every single day, because a lot of days I work from home. I work for myself. I get up and I go to the gym, yes, but then I come home. I'm home by 7:30. 8 a.m. And some days I will be working all day on my computer and I'll just not leave the house again. And this happens. Sometimes I mean to go out for a walk and then I get wrapped up in something and it's too late. It ends up being too late for me to go. So getting outside every single day for a walk, this is a big priority this summer. I want to take advantage of the summer weather. Just move my body, take a break in the middle of my work day, to give myself a little energy boost. And some fresh air, because fresh air, come on. The benefits of nature and fresh air, I also don't need to talk about those because we all know. So making this a priority, getting outside. Get outside this summer with me. Number 6, I really want to work on my self-identity and any limiting beliefs I still hold, because we're human and we all have limiting beliefs. So one that I really want to kind of shake off that has been with me for life is I'm shy. I'm a shy person. I'm an introverted person, and I could be very happy being alone most of the time, and that's not healthy. It's not healthy. Also, being shy makes it harder for me to film videos because I know I'm talking to nobody. I'm talking to you through a screen, but like, it's still nerve-wracking. I still feel my shy side coming out, and I trip up on my words. I forget what I want to say. Even when I have a script, which I don't always, but even when I do, I have to look at it so often because I'm like, what am I even talking about? It's my shyness. It makes me nervous, and I would really like to shake that off and just gain a little bit more confidence in myself and my speaking abilities. There are some other limiting beliefs, you know, we usually like to compile quite a few for ourselves. If you have a limiting belief that you want to let go of this summer, drop a comment and share with us. Let us know what it is, and we can try and work on getting rid of these together over the next 3 months. Number 7. Seventh thing, I am going to try and dress better every single day. So like I said, I work from home. I go out in my gym clothes. I come home and get into comfy clothes and I work. So I really want to just try and put a little bit more effort into my outfits, even on days that I am not going anywhere, because it makes us feel good. I also would like to encourage myself and you to incorporate a little bit more color magic into your wardrobe choices. My colors in my wardrobe are actually quite limited. I have a lot of black, dark green, browns, you know, grays. My wardrobe's not the most colorful, so I might need to incorporate a little bit more color into it if I want to use more color magic. But you can use color magic even if it's like with socks or your bras or whatever. If you like to wear black all the time, you know, I feel you. So this is something I really want to do to help elevate my days and just have fun. Have fun with my wardrobe this summer. Because, you know, I like being in comfy clothes, but when I do dress a little bit more fancy, let's say, it helps with your confidence. It helps with your productivity. It helps you, you know, feel yourself a little bit more. So that's number 7. All of these do not have to do with spirituality or witchiness at all, but, you know, mundane and magic, always blending them together on this channel and on this part of the internet. Just in case, you know, most of my videos talk about spirituality a little bit more than this one. But all of these things are really going to incorporate magic into your day as well. So like the way that I do my practice, all of these things on the list, I'm going to find ways to incorporate my spiritual self into them if they're not directly a spiritual thing. Like workouts, for example. I have so many different ways that I bring magic into my workouts. I'm going to do a video on that, actually. I'm getting off topic. Number 8, trusting my intuition and not doubting myself. I have good intuition, really good intuition. And even when I know it's my intuition talking to me about something, if it's something that I have doubts around or something that I have a little fear around or, you know, a limiting belief around, I will question myself. And this summer, we're not doing that, okay? We're trusting our intuition. We're feeling joy. We're moving forward. We are listening to our inner voice. So your inner voice, it tries to talk to you. And a lot of times we shut it down, we ignore it. We talk ourselves out of whatever it is our intuition is trying to tell us. Not this summer. Over these next 12 weeks, I want you to do this with me. We're going to hone in. We're going to listen. We're going to go with it. We're going to trust in yourself. I'm going to trust in myself. I'm going to trust in the universe. I'm going to try and go with the flow a little bit more and have more moments of joy. I really want to allow myself to have as many moments of joy as I possibly can. And tuning into the intuition and really trusting and listening to ourselves, that's going to help. It's also going to help with the letting go of limiting beliefs. Trusting yourselves can be a huge part of getting past limiting beliefs. Your inner magic, your inner power, you got to listen to it and acknowledge it and just remember and know that it's there. It's with you all the time. So intuition, joy, leaning in. We're leaning into it this summer. Number 9, I am going to be a little bit more intentional with my skincare routine. 40-year-old skin, you know, we need to give it a little extra TLC sometimes, we'll say. So I do have a skincare routine. I do have like a 3-step process I do every night. I cleanse, I tone, I moisturize, I use something special for under my eyes. But I kind of rush through my skincare routine quite a lot, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to be intentional with it. I'm going to speak affirmations while I'm doing it, give myself a little glamour magic more when I'm doing my skincare routine, and really take my time. I also think I would like to be consistent with the products I use, because I tend to just buy I buy what's on sale, or I buy what I find at TK Maxx that looks nice. If it's vegan and cruelty free and is a good price, I'm like, let's try it. Let's see how that is. So I think for the summer, I would like to be a little bit more consistent with my products and a little more intentional. Yeah, just give my skin a little extra TLC. Maybe do some face masks, which I never do. But I always like the idea of doing them. So I might maybe do a face mask once a week over these next 3 months as well. So yeah, a little more intention there, a little bit more care, and we'll see if my skin has any difference at the end of the summer, because also I don't know what's going on. I haven't really dealt with acne or pimples since I was a teenager, and I say these last couple months perimenopause may be kicking in, because I have been getting pimples here and there when I come up to my period, and I am not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm not about to, you know, get perimenopause acne. No, we're not doing that. So we're going to try and put a little more intention and care into our skin these next 3 months. And I'm going to see if it makes a difference with which I'm convinced is a perimenopause thing, because I haven't changed my diet. I haven't tried anything new. My skin's really resilient, with skincare products. So I can try new things and I don't get breakouts or things like this. And it's always a few days before my period starts. So there's a correlation. So we're going to see if it makes any difference there. It's not the end of the world, but you know, having nice glowing skin, especially as we age, is a goal of, I don't know, many women, most women. And I'm all about aging naturally over here. So we're not going to get any treatments done. That's not happening. Our own magic, some good skincare products, some intention. That's what we're going to focus on over these next 3 months of summer, and see what happens. And number 10, my last one that I'm going to do, is I want to read one spiritual growth or personal growth book per week. Part of my nighttime routine is reading, and it's often something that gets scrapped. If I work too long, my day gets away from me, I run out of time. So I'm not reading as consistently at bedtime as I would like to. I have a 45 to 60 minute window that I have written down in my schedule that I am meant to be reading. So I'm really going to try and implement it, going back to Glow Up number 1, and yes, consistently read every night. So I'm going to aim to do one personal growth or spiritual growth book per week, because you know, I'm really in an era, I'm going to use that word, of growth and growing. I feel like my 40s, your 40s, maybe you'll agree with me. If you're also in your 40s, let me know in the comments. It's just like a whole new season. It's a whole new chapter. It's really different from 20s, 30s. And I've really been working on my inner growth for the last little while in a whole different way than I have done previously. So we're going to really try and gain as much knowledge as we can in this area over the next 12 weeks. And reading, I love reading, I love books, so I'm really excited about this one. And if you have any reading goals for summer, fiction, whatever, put them down in the comments. I would encourage you to read this summer. Make a summer reading list. Get a list of witchy books you have already, probably sitting somewhere, and pick a few that you want to get through this summer, something like this. Anyways, these are my 10 glow up goals for the summer as someone in her 40s. Things that I think are really going to be beneficial and make me feel good. I would love it if you would join me on this 40-something glow up journey. Even if you're not in your 40s, join me and take on some of the tips, or not tips, goals. Take on some of the goals I just went through and commit to them for the summer. See how you feel when September rolls around. Hopefully we are going to be feeling fit and healthy and strong and magical and just ready to jump into fall. Like I said, is the best season. So if you're still watching, thank you so much for being here. My gratitude to you. If the video resonated, please do leave a comment. I think I said leave a comment 16 times in this video already. But I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear if you have any glow up goals for the summer. If you're also in your 40s and there's something that's really important to you to take on and become consistent with, and maybe this summer is the time to do it, please do drop a comment. Let me know. Maybe we can start a little thing down there in the comments and really inspire each other. over these next 12 weeks. I'll film some updates as the summer goes on, probably in my Coffee Coven chats because it just makes sense, and let you know how I'm doing and how I'm progressing, because it might be really good and I don't know, some things might not go so well, and every week is probably gonna be different. So I'll give some updates as we move along. And I will encourage you to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. It helps me, it helps the channel so much. Yeah, I'll link my blog, my other socials down below if you want to have a look at those. And until next time, I am sending you so many blessings, so much love, so much magic for a magical summer season ahead, because it is coming. It's going to be here so soon. And I will see you same time next week on Sunday for another Coffee Coven chat. Until then.